Yeah. Okay. So I am alive. Yes. I mean, I was gonna say I'm live right now, which I am. It's a stream, and I haven't been making a lot of music. I think my cat immediately wants to go get fed. I mean, it's the nature of the beast. She wants food. I'll turn on my lights here. Um. So yeah, I've got some important things to kind of get across. I hope my microphone levels are good enough that you can hear me clearly. Um, yeah. So over the last month or so, I've been doing quite a bit of kind of self discovery, and it's been really good. It's been really, really good. Hey, Semtex, I just saw you join. Yeah. So I'm definitely going in a different direction right now. Hey Jorge, how's it going? Uh, I don't know. I may have spoken with some of you briefly or mentioned it, but before I was ever into music or anything like that at all, I was a writer. I wrote a lot. Creative writing is one of my huge, biggest inspirations for anything. Because I think it's an amazing way to be able to get people to see what I see in my imagination. You know, it's one of the easiest ways to translate what I see in my head to other people. And hello, Rhodey's here. Awesome. Good to see you. Also, Clay, good to see you. I had a lot of fun last night. Sorry I had to leave midway, but it was pretty fun. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing in the future is has a lot to do with writing. I'm planning something really big, planning something that has to do with almost like a podcast. I don't know what to call it quite yet. It's either a podcast eh, or some kind of storytelling event that combines music with it, but it's always building, it's always evolving, it's always growing. My idea for it is turning into something that might be bigger. It might involve moments where people share their music, or maybe moments where people share their lyrics or poetry or whatever alongside my stories and stuff like that. So it's going to be a pre-recorded kind of video. I'll see how long it'll take to make every episode, but maybe I don't know, every couple weeks or so I'll try to push for it. And I don't really care how successful it might be. But I have an inkling, I have a feeling in my heart that this is going to be amazing and that people are really going to get behind this. So I'm gonna be able to give you a little bit of the background as far as and also, hey Andy, good to see you. I'm going to give you a little bit of background as to what I've been doing for quite some time now. Um, with my ability to not pay attention to basically anything, it's been difficult to kind of sit down and write at a computer for extended periods of time. But I've now recently realized that with my phone, I can just sit there and speak into the phone, right? And if you know anything about me, I can talk a lot and at a long and quick pace. So um, I'm going to be dictating into my phone my stories, then sending them across to ChatGPT or some other form of editing software to edit completely, but not change the content really. And yeah, I have a plan. It's called the Electric Noir. That's a working title, but I think that's a pretty good example of what I want to do. Um, it's going to be kind of a horror, but also comedy, action, adventure kind of experience, and that'll be interactive. It'll be really cool. And whenever I'm making writing or whenever I'm indulging in my imagination, I always feel uh, most like I'm celebrating who I am as a person, and I'm practicing things that will go into my music and all other aspects of my creative process. So I am going to look at a couple things right now on my computer. I've got one sec. Okay. I'm going to turn on my other monitor, which I probably should have done before starting this up, but I didn't know whether or not I was going to show what was going on my computer, my notes, or anything like that. But what I have done is I've created mountains and mountains and mountains of notes that, let's see here. Okay. They have, I start by asking ChatGPT a lot of questions about what could successfully work as far as borrowing things, not stealing them, but borrowing certain aspects of other creative, successful franchises, um, and then applying them to my story, to my songs, and everything like that. And I've got like, I'll show you. Okay, open. The Electric Noir. See, I already have, if you can see that, I don't know, maybe I'll try to make it bigger. But I've got it set up like the folders are organized into what would be like themed like a film or a TV show of concepts, so concept art, direction, as in this I've got like my guidelines as far as how I'm going to be dictating. For instance, like, oh yeah, right. Oh, sorry. I'm going to open the guidelines condensed, and this is just a cheat sheet for when I'm speaking. I've got every single metaphor and every single way that I want to get the point across in there. That's just for me. I've got a lot of notes on the general themes and the general ideas that I've been coming up with, which have a lot to do with Pokemon. But it's going to be more centered around the hook of why that show has kind of stayed within the minds of a generation of people, and still is probably the most successful genre right now. I have, for my story, there's going to be magical or paranormal monsters. I've asked ChatGPT to go in and ask it about the rock, paper, scissors nature of all 9 variations of these things. You know, just tons of notes. I've never done this much research about a particular project ever before in my life. So as you can see, I've got a lot of stuff going on. I'm working with my friend Mark, and we are going to try to figure out how to voice act it the best. So one sec. I got to read some of the comments. So, okay. So we got, okay. Semtex, you say that I have got the perfect brain for this, more detail and depth flying out that head. Think this is a project you can really go as deep as you are. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. If I can kind of, let's see, I will show you partly what I've got written down for the first story. So, oh yeah, right there we are. Okay, so, oh, one sec. Come on. We'll add this again. Oh, not the fastest at this. Okay, so this is part of the first story. I've already got a demo version up that is it's kind of my first attempts at voice acting it and putting a soundtrack over top. But I will give you a slight preview of what it's going to sound like My writing, you'll find, is probably better than a lot of my music, although maybe I'm biased. I'm not sure, but yeah, here we go. Like the day inches closer to its end, dense fog envelops the forest, tightly gripping it, white knuckled. The air remains still, charged with an unspoken presence. Rain has left behind vast puddles deep and clear, verdant foliage and writhing insects infuse life into the wilderness. The buzz of tiny wings, the chirping of crickets, and the scent of a great fire linger inside a fogged up Plymouth Voyager somewhere in the thickest thickets of the Cascadian evergreens. He watches his camcorder's bright LCD screen as it blinks. A red battery symbol flashes before fading into darkness. You know, it I'm I haven't done much writing practice in the meantime, but um as far as I'm concerned, it really my writing skills gotten a lot better. If you saw my previous works, you'd understand it used to be just really, really kind of dense, flowery nonsense. But yeah, I'm just really happy about this. Really looking forward to showing you guys the kind of imagination I can dig into and create something compelling with. So, yeah, that's pretty much mostly what I wanted to go over. I'm very happy that people showed up. There's only 3 right now, but, yeah. On the other hand, the other, updates that I'd like to talk about are my own mental health. I have, definitely, looked at and created ways that I can be more myself, and get through the day with no real issues, get past most of what I was working on. I'm always doing that. I believe that my mental health is a full time job that actually takes priority over like what would be my day to day job, and having that I've worked on that, it's became apparent to me that it's really beneficial. Just taking time to take a break and to relax and give myself space to be able to just be me and be grateful with who I am. So, very happy about it. Other than that, I think that's about it. I wasn't really preparing this. Like most things I do, I just jump on and make a message. But it's called the Electric Noir. It's going to be just an amazing project that I think everyone is going to love. Thank you, Indy. I'm very happy about my. I again, I'm also using ChatGPT for mental health reasons, and I'm looking up things such as psychology, learning more about that, learning more about philosophy, learning more about politics, learning more about everything that I can possibly, use it for. It's there, free for us to use. So I'd say use it as much as possible. Ask as many beautiful questions as you can, and learn. Anyways, everyone, have a great day, and I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye bye.